Welcome to the session. In this session, I am going to start the 5th unit. Okay, so the syllabus of 5th unit is shell programming, shell variables, export command, profile file. Next, the first shell script, read command, positional parameters, $question mark variable to know the exit status, and set command, exit command, branching control structures, loop control structures, continue and break statement, expr command, here document, sleep command, debugging scripts, the script command, eval command, and exec command. Okay, out of all 6 units, one of the biggest unit in this subject is this unit, 5th unit only. Okay, in this unit, you are going to learn about various commands, conditional statements, looping statements. Some topics already covered in the 3rd unit. Okay, just okay, observe. I already explained about how to write a shell program. Okay, so in 3rd unit, some topics I already explained. Okay, those are the shell variables. This topic already completed, and read command, set command, control structures. Okay, loop control structures, expr command. Okay, so all these topics already completed in 3rd unit. Okay, remaining topics, this positional parameters also completed. Okay, so remaining concepts I am going to discuss about in this unit. Okay, first one, shell program. Okay, how do you mean by shell program? What is the importance of shell? I already discussed about the 3 components of Unix operating system. Okay, among those, shell acts as a command line interpreter and also works as a programming language. Okay, shell acts as both command line interface and programming language. Means we can write the shell script and we can execute the shell script. Okay, the syntax and usage of the shell script is different. Okay, compared to C, C++, Java and Python. Okay, just the syntaxes are different. Okay, in the computer science world, shell is a software program that interprets the commands. Okay, actually shell is going to accept the commands typed by the user, and it is going to translate the commands typed by the user into a kernel understandable language. Okay, so it is going to translate the commands typed by a user into kernel understandable language. Okay, because kernel cannot understand the human language. Okay, then it is going to process the instructions sent by the shell and send the result back to the shell. Then the shell is going to send the results back to the user. Okay, so the shell acts as an intermediary between kernel and the user. Okay, so at the command prompt we have typed the commands. Okay, that's why shell acts as a command line interface and also a programming language. Okay, so shell is going to interpret the commands typed by the user. Okay, and perform the appropriate functions. Shell is a command line interface which is completely text based. which is completely text based. Shell script is a computer program. Shell script is nothing but a computer program designed to be run by the Unix shell, a command line interpreter. Okay, we can create a file, we can execute the file, we can perform so many operations. Okay, we can manipulate the contents of a file, we can execute the file, we can create the file, and we can print the result. Okay. So we can type the commands and we can create a file, we can manipulate the content that is available in a file, and we can execute a file. Okay, so shell acts as a command line interface and programming language. The syntax and usage of shell is different from C language, Java language, etc. C, Java, Python, etc. Okay. First, I am going to explain about the first topic in this unit, that is shell program. I already explained about how to create a file, how to compile and run a shell program. Everything already completed in third unit, because I completed the control structures. Okay, means conditional statements and looping statements. Conditional statements is simple if else, elif ladder, switch case, all these concepts completed in the third unit. Okay, similarly looping statements, while loop, for loop, until loop, all these also completed in third unit. Okay, similarly the importance of set command also explained. Okay, the line where we are typing a command is known as a command line. Okay, and submitting the arguments to the shell script is known as positional parameters. Okay, so these topics are available both in third and fifth unit, but I already completed in third unit. Set command, importance of set command, positional parameters, conditional statements, looping statements, expr command, everything completed in third unit. Okay, so you already know about how to create a file, how to compile and execute a shell program. Okay, so just I am going to explain about 2 to 3 programs. One is program to find the factorial of a given number. Program to find out the factorial of a given number. First we have to understand the logic of factorial of a given number. Okay, for example, if I want to find out the factorial of number 5, for example, okay, so the logic is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, 5 into 4, 20, 20 into 3, 60, 60 into 2, 120, 120 into 1 is equals to 120. Okay, this 120 is the factorial of number 5. Okay, this is the logic. Okay, for this here I am writing a program. Okay, first observe, here the number is 5. Okay, this is the initial number and this one is the final number. Okay, the difference between these numbers, clearly observe, the difference between these two numbers is equals to 1. Okay, difference equals to 1. Okay, so this is the final number, this is the initial number, final number, and difference is equals to 1. Okay, so what is the question? Write a program to find the factorial of a given number. Okay, means we have to give the number in a runtime. Okay, for example, I am printing a message, echo space enter a number, echo space enter a number. In runtime I am giving the value. Okay, so that is stored in a variable n. Okay, read space, by using read statement we can read the value of n. Okay, read space n. Next, I initialized fact variable. Okay, this variable is used to store the factorial of a given number. Okay, so I initialized this variable with 1. Fact is equals to 1. Why I initialized fact with 1? In multiplication, anything multiplied by 1 is equals to that number only. Okay, whereas for sum, I have to initialize the variable with 0. For multiplication, if we multiply anything with 1, we will get the same number. Okay, that's why I initialized fact variable with 1. Next, I have to remember these. First, initial number, final number, and difference for this logic. Okay, so here the initial number is equals to n, final number is equals to 1. Okay, here the initial number value is stored in a variable n. Final number is 1. Okay, for example, 6 factorial means 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. Here initial number is equals to 6. Final number is equals to 1. The difference is equals to 1. Okay, this point you have to remember clearly. Okay, by using while loop, I am writing a program. We can write by using any loop, either for loop or until loop or while loop. Okay. Here I am explaining the program with the while loop. Okay, while space. What is the syntax of while loop? While space, within the square braces, we have to specify the conditional expression. At the beginning, one space, end also one space. Okay. Next, beginning of while loop is indicated by do. End of while loop is indicated by done. Means in between do and done, we have to type the executable statements or repetitive statements or iterative statements. Okay, so all these statements are to be repeated. Okay, based on the conditional value. Okay, so here while, what is the condition here? Initial number equals to 5 and final number is equals to 1. Okay, but here initial number is stored in a variable n. Okay. While space, within the square braces, we have to specify the conditional expression. Okay, initial value is stored in a variable n. Whenever we get the value of any variable, first we have to precede that variable by using dollar symbol. Okay, so dollar n space greater than or equals to. This greater than or equals to is a relational operator. Okay, hyphen GE space, here the final number is equals to 1. Okay, so dollar n space greater than or equals to space 1 space square brace. Okay, so beginning of the while loop is indicated by do and end of while loop is indicated by done. In between these two means begin, do and done, we have to type the statements or we have to specify the executable statements or repetitive statements or iterative statements. Here I am going to find out the factorial of a given number. Observe clearly. First I have to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, I already initialized the fact variable with the 1. Fact is equals to fact star n. Okay, so 1 into 5 is equals to 5. Here 1 is stored in a variable fact and 5 is stored in a variable n. Okay, so 1 into 5 is equals to 5. This 5 already stored in a fact variable. Okay, EXPR is used to perform arithmetic calculations. Already covered the syntax of EXPR command in third unit. Okay, so EXPR space, first variable space, operator space, second variable. This is the syntax. This is the beginning and this is end. Okay, in between these quotations, we have to type the EXPR command. EXPR space, first variable space, operator space, second variable. Okay, here fact value is equals to 1. 1 into n value is equals to 5. 1 into 5 is equals to 5. 5 is stored in a variable fact. Okay, next n is equals to, how to get the next value? Here the initial value is equals to 5. N value is equals to 5. Okay, in order to get the next value, what we have to do? 5 minus 1 means we have to decrement the value of n, means n is equals to n minus 1. Okay, so by using EXPR command, we can specify n is equals to EXPR space $n space minus 1. Okay, now the value of n is equals to 5 minus 1 is equals to 4. This 4 is stored in a variable n. Okay, again the control goes here. Okay, so here $n means 4. 4 is greater than or equals to 1. Condition returns true value. For the first time also $n means 5 greater than or equals to 1. What is the main importance of while command? Initially, the conditional expression is evaluated. If the conditional expression returns a true value, then only the set of statements which are specified between do and done are executed. That's why while is also known as entry controlled looping statement. If it returns a true value, then only these statements are to be executed. Okay, now the value of n is equals to 4. 4 is greater than or equals to 1. Returns a true value. Okay, again these statements are to be executed. The value of fact is equals to what? 5. Okay, 5 into new value of n is equals to 4. 5 into 4 is equals to 20. 20 is stored in a fact. Okay. Next, in order to get the value of 3, what we have to do? We have to decrement the n value. N value is equals to 4. Okay, here n is equals to expr space $n minus 1 means 4 minus 1, which is equals to 3. Okay, which is equals to 3. Again the control goes here. Now the n value is equals to 3. 3 greater than or equals to 1. Again the condition returns true value. Whenever the condition returns true value, the set of statements which are specified between do and done are executed. Okay. Now fact is equal. What is the value of fact? Fact is equals to 20. Okay. Fact is equals to 20. New value of n is equals to 3. 20 into 3, which is equals to 60. This 60 is stored in a variable fact. Now the new value of fact is equals to 60. Okay. Next value of n is equals to 2. In order to get the value of 2, what we have to do? We have to decrement the n value. N is equals to expr space $n space minus 1 means 3 minus 1, which is equals to 2. Okay. Now the value of n is equals to 2. Again the control goes here. N value is equals to 2. 2 greater than or equals to 1. Condition returns true value. Okay. Then fact is equals to expr space $fact into $n. Okay. For multiplication slash star. Remember this point. Okay. So fact value is equals to what? 60. 60 into new value of n is equals to 2. 60 into 2 is equals to 120. This 120 is stored in a variable fact. Okay. Next observe. The final value is 1. In order to get 1, what we have to do? We have to decrement the n value. N is equals to expr space $n space minus 1 means 2 minus 1, which is equals to 1. Okay. Now n value is equals to 1. Again the control goes here. Here n value is equals to 1. 1 greater than or equals to 1 means condition returns true value. Okay. So here the factorial value is equals to 120. 120 into new value of n is equals to 1. 120 into 1 is equals to 120, which is stored in a variable fact. Okay. Next, n equal to expr space $n space minus 1 means 1 minus 1, which is equals to 0. Again the control goes here. N value equal to 0. 0 greater than or equals to 1. Condition returns false value. Okay. Simply the control comes out of the while loop. Okay. And in order to print the factorial value, we have to specify the echo statement. Okay. Echo space factorial of given number is equals to. Okay. If the final value is stored in a variable fact. In order to get the variable, we have to precede that variable by using $fact. That is going to print the factorial of given number 5, which is equals to 120. Okay, this is the output of this program. Observe clearly the output. First it is going to ask, after writing a program, what we have to do? We have to save the file. How to save the file? By clicking on escape shift:/WQ, we can save the file. For example, the file name is vi space fact.sh. Okay. Immediately $prompt will be appeared. Okay. After typing this one, then you have to specify sh space fact.sh, which is used to compile and execute shell program. And it immediately asks about enter a number, means here you type a number. For example, if I type n value is equals to 5, this 5 is stored in a variable n. Okay, that is going to print factorial of a given number is equals to 120. Okay, these 3 lines will be printed. Okay, enter a number, then have to specify the number. Next, it is going to display the output. Okay, this is about how to write a shell program by using a while loop to find the factorial of a given number. Okay, shell program means we have to explain the shell program by using either while loop or for loop. Okay, we can write any program. For shell programming concept, we can write any shell program. Okay. Next, the second one is program to find the digital sum of a given number. Okay, program to find the digital sum of a given number. First you have to understand what do you mean by a digital sum. Okay, for example, if I entered a number 123, okay, this number contains how many digits? 3 digits. Okay, I want to find out the digital sum of a given number. Digital sum means here for this example I want to find out 1 plus 2 plus 3 which is equals to 6. I want to print this 6. Okay, for this I have to first get the remainder of this number. Okay, by using the percentage symbol we can get the remainder. Okay, first you have to get each and every value. 123, it is divided by 10. Okay, first time we will get 3, next time we will get 2, next time 1. Like this, first we have to get each and every digit. After that we have to add each and every digit. Okay, so observe clear. First echo space enter a number. In runtime you are giving the value. Okay, for example here I am using 123. I want to find out the digital sum of 123. Okay, so here n value is equals to 123. Okay, we want to find out the sum of individual digits 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, for this I took one variable that is s and I initialized s with 0. Okay, for sum means you have to initialize some variable with 0, whereas for multiplication we can initialize that variable by using 1. Okay, so s is equals to 0. Next, first we have to check whether this number is greater than 0 or not. Okay, first we have to check whether the given number is greater than 0 or not. If it is greater than 0, we have to get each and every digit of that number and then we have to add each and every digit to find out the digital sum of a given number. Okay, so here first we have to check whether it is greater than 0 or not. For this I specified a condition while space within the square braces $n greater than 0. Okay, $n greater than 0. Okay, if it is greater than 0, then in between do and then I have to specify the executable statements or repetitive statements or iterative statements. Okay, in order to get the remainder of this number, okay, first we have to specify the percentage symbol. By using which number we are dividing here? By using 10 we are dividing. Okay, so expr space $n space percentage space 10. Okay, now n is equals to 123. 123 percentage 10 which is equals to how much? 3. This 3 is stored in a variable digit. Okay, 3 is stored in a variable digit. Next what we have to do? We have to add this number to sum. Okay, for this I initialized s with 0. S is equals to expr space $s space plus space $digit means 0 plus 3 which is equals to 3. Now the sum is 3. Okay, s value is equals to 3. Next what we have to do? N is equals to, next we have to get the quotient of this number. Okay, in order to get the quotient of this number, what we have to do? expr space $n space slash space 10. Why we need this quotient? Already we got 3. Next what we have to get? 2. In order to get the value of 2, what we have to get the quotient of this number. Okay, so quotient is equals to $n slash 10 means we will get the quotient. Okay, means it is equals to 12. N slash 10 means we will get the quotient. N percentage 10 means we get the remainder. Okay, 3 is stored in a digit, whereas 12 is stored in n. Okay, next what we have to do? Again we have to check whether this number is greater than 0 or not. Okay, so now the n value is equals to 12. 12 greater than 0. Condition returns true value. Okay, then these statements are executed. Okay, so digit is equals to, already the digit value is equals to how much? Previous digit value equal to 3. Now digit is equals to $n space percentage space 10. Now the n value is equals to 12. 12 percentage 10. 12 percentage 10. Okay. I will get the 2. Okay. Each and every time we are getting one digit. In order to get the digit, we have to divide that number and we have to get the remainder. In order to get the remainder, we have to use a percentage symbol. In order to get the quotient, we have to use a slash symbol. Okay. Now, digit value is equals to how much? 2. This 2 is stored in 12 percentage 10, which is equals to 2. 2 is stored in digit variable. Next, s is equals to, already sum contains what? 3. S is equals to 3. Okay. S equal to EXPR space $s means 3 plus new value of digit. Digit is equals to 2, which is equals to 5. Okay. 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. This 5 is stored in S variable. Okay. Next, in order to get 1, what we have to do? In order to get quotient, what we have to do? N is equals to EXPR space $n space slash space 10. Now you will get the quotient 1. Okay. Once again we have to check. Okay, n value is equals to 1. Okay, 1 greater than 0. Again the condition returns true value. Okay. So 1 greater than 0 returns 2. Digit equals to EXPR space 1 percentage 10. Okay. Now we will get 1. This 1 is stored in a variable digit. Okay. So s is equals to EXPR space $s. Value of s is equals to how much? 5. Okay. 5 plus new value of digit equal to how much? 1. 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. 6 is stored in a variable yes. Okay. Next, n value is equals to EXPR space $n space slash space 10. Now you get n value is equals to 0. Okay. Now 0 greater than 0. Okay. Simply the control returns false value. The control comes out of the loop. 0 greater than 0 condition returns false value. Simply the control comes out of the loop. Okay. The digital sum of a given number. Here digital sum of 123 is stored in a variable yes. Okay. So in order to print this value, echo space digital sum of a given number is equals to, okay, message within quotations. In order to get that value, we have to specify by preceding that variable by using dollar symbol. Okay, so dollar yes. Okay. So it is going to, after writing the code, we have to save this file by using escape shift : WQ. Okay. For example, for this I created the file by using vi space ds.sh digital sum ds.sh. Okay. By clicking shift : WQ, the content will be saved. Okay. Next, immediately it is going to display the dollar prompt. Okay. Here it specify sh space ds.sh to compile and run a shell program. Syntax is sh space filename.sh. Okay. It is going to display. What is the first line? Echo space enter a number, means it is going to display enter a number. Okay. Here we have to specify the number. For example, here I specified 123. Okay. This 123 is stored in variable n. Okay. Next, after executing, it is going to display digital sum of a given number is equals to. Digital sum of a given number is equals to here number is 123. First you have to get 3, next 2, next 1. Okay. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equals to 6. Okay, this 6 is stored in a variable S. Okay, like this. In order to print digital sum of a given number, the code is this. First you have to get each and every digit. Okay, by using the percentage operator, we can get each and every digit. Okay. Next time, each and every time we have to compare the quotient, whether the quotient is greater than 0 or not. If it is greater than 0, you have to get the remainder and then have to add that with the previous sum value. Okay. Finally, S contains the digital sum of a given number. Next, you have to print this number by preceding S with $S. Like this, for shell program, we can write the program by either by using looping or by using conditional statements. Okay, or we can write simple arithmetic operations program. We can write any one program. Okay, shell acts as a command line interpreter and programming language. Okay, just the syntax is different. In C language, while followed by the conditional expression which is specified in parenthesis. While within parenthesis conditional expression. Next, within the flower braces we have to specify the repetitive statements. First flower brace indicates the beginning of while loop. Next, second flower brace indicates the end of while loop. In between these braces we have to specify the executable statements. If the condition expression returns a true value, the set of statements which are specified between the flower braces are executed. If the condition expression returns a false value, simply the control comes out of the while loop and then it is going to execute the statements which are specified after the while statement. Okay. Next, by using for loop also we can write the program. Okay, so for shell program concept, we can write any one shell program. Okay, normal program or by using conditional statements or by using looping statements, we can write any one shell program. Okay, basically it acts as a command line interpreter. Means it is going to accept the commands typed by user and then it translates instructions typed by user into a kernel understandable language, because the kernel cannot understand the human language. Next, the kernel is going to process the statement sent by the shell and it is going to process those instructions and send the result back to the shell. Then shell is going to send the result back to the user. Okay, so the shell acts as a command line interface. It acts as an intermediary between kernel and user. Okay, so this is about shell program. Okay, so after logging into the system, immediately it is going to display the $prompt. At the $prompt only, we have to specify the statements. Okay, or commands. For example, if we type date, then date command will be executed and is going to simply display today's date and time. It is going to display today's date. Okay. If you type VI space file name.sh means it is going to display one editor. Okay, VI editor. Within the editor, we have to type the code. Okay, after typing the code, we have to click on shift colon WQ. W stands for saving a file. Q for quitting. Okay, only colon W means it saves. Only colon Q means simply the control comes out of this editor. Okay, Q for quit. W for save. Okay, after clicking on WQ, it is going to display the $prompt. Here we have to specify the statement sh space file name dot sh. Sh space file name dot sh. Okay, if it is error free, then simply it displays the output. Okay, this is about shell program. Okay. So shell acts as a command line interpreter and it is a programming language. We can perform the operations like file creation, file manipulation, program execution and printing the text, means printing the output. Okay, we can create a file, we can manipulate the contents of a file, we can execute a file, and we can print the output. Okay, this is about shell program. Thank you.